filmmaker has had 5 movies open #1 at the box office in the last 4 years. Spielberg, Tarantino, Scorsese? No. This record belongs to Tyler Perry.
You say you always knew that there was greater for you. Do you remember the moment you knew, or what happened that light went on for you?
No, it's just always knew. I always felt as a kid that there was more for me. I didn't see things the way that my a lot of the other kids in the neighborhood saw things. That, you know, or even my parents for that matter. They saw us being black, or us being poor, or us being like. Even I had a teacher. I said, you know, they were asking kids what they want to be, and I said I want to be a millionaire, and he said you're never going to make it because you're poor and you're black. But even as a child, there was something in me that said, that's not true, don't believe that. But I know now that was and is the voice of God. That was the counter to the negativity. It was the altar to it that was always encouraging me, for sure.
We were so broke. We used to share burgers and talk about these great dreams that he had.
I had all these people tell me what I would never be. Nobody said what I could be.
And obviously that was critical in light of all that you were going to endure, that you needed to always know.
Yeah. I had to know. And you know, the other part of it too is I thank God for my mother. I feel sorry for kids whose parents don't give them God, don't give them faith, don't give them Jesus, because life is going to get hard at some point, and you will turn to something. Everyone turns to something, and I'm so glad I had the option, and I had a mother who was smart enough or strong enough or had the wherewithal and the faith enough to say, son, this is where you go, so that I'm not strung out on drugs. Because the things that I've been through, man, it's a wonder that I'm sitting here, but he is a wonder.
My mother said, don't you ever let anybody tell you who you are. You know who you are.
I can't watch it without cringing.
I think you crossed the line.
What I will not do is change because some critics think it's not art.
Willie Maxine Perry? Is that the name?
Willie Maxine, yeah, they called her Mackie.
They call her Mackie.
Yeah.
And looking at the photograph, she's beautiful. You also describe her as probably the most beautiful of all her sisters.
She was, yeah, she was. She was a beautiful woman before sickness and cancer and diabetes ravaged her body, but she was so beautiful, perfect skin, and just would walk in a room and everybody, natural beauty, no makeup at all, and everybody would just turn and stare. Just a beautiful, beautiful woman.
He changed his name to Tyler Perry because he had an estranged relationship with his dad.
I just could not understand how this man could look at me and hate me with such passion.
On the flip side, your dad, because of him, what would you say your childhood was like, if you could describe it in one word?
Hell. Yeah, it was hell. It was hell. There's no other way to describe it, because he was, you know, I look at him now and I clearly think that there was so much trauma in his life that he may be mentally bipolar. I really think that something's there, but there were extreme highs and extreme lows and extreme alcohol abuse and extreme physical and verbal abuse. It was was normal for him. I remember a few years ago, he sent a message to me through my brother, you know, because I was doing something and it had been successful, or some project had come out, and he said, if I had beat you one more time, you would be Barack Obama. So he celebrated the fact that he did what he did. He thinks because of him being so brutal, I became this person, which in fact, there is some truth to the fact that he helped form who I am, because all things work together for your good.
Do not play him small, because he is not just some lucky Negro turned black man. There was no denying the talent and the power of Tyler Perry.
I think I read you were fueled by a passionate desire to give your mother everything she wanted, and then a rage to prove Emmett wrong.
That's right.
Those are the two.
Yeah. Well, later on it became about her, and I didn't realize how bad it was until she died. Because when she died in 2009, I was lost, and not just in grief, but every bit of that work ethic, that motivation, that drive was gone. I had nothing. I was like, what is the source of why am I doing this now? Because it was really all about taking care of her. And I ran so fast. Sometimes when you run from poverty and you're running to do something, you run so fast, you'll run past the chariot. You know, I ran past the chariot that was carrying what I needed.
You did have a conversation with God, an angry one, essentially ready to give up.
Oh yeah, I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm going to do like my mom said, go to the phone company, get me a nice job, making $300, $400 a week, and get me some benefits, because that's what she told me, because she said these plays are never going to make it. And it was in that moment that I had just forgiven my father. Everything was falling apart. I got up and looked out the window backstage of the theater, and there was a line around the corner to get into place. After not selling, the show not selling hardly any tickets for 7 years, it was a profound moment.
He fought the demons, the dream snatchers, the haters. People saying you're not going to become, I have to become. And he became.
Tyler, I just want to tell you how blessed I am to have a son like you.
Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our CBN Europe YouTube channel or click on the video on the right for more content. Click the link below to go to our website.